Yeah. We back, baby. We back with it, baby. Tales of a Simp, man. Episode 9, man. Kevin Samuels versus Shekinah Joe, man. So I got to watch this episode. What is it? I got to, you know what I'm saying. I got to watch this exchange between Shekinah Joe and Kevin Samuels. And it started before the live. Like, I'm not gonna play none of it here, but she got on her live like a day or so before and said that she was gonna do a live on Kevin Samuels and how Kevin Samuels um basically told her that she that he doesn't have a right to judge or rank women. And so she came on his live last night on Instagram and um basically came on and was gonna debate him. And she came on disrespectfully and Kevin Samuels booted her. And she was saying that, I'm not ever gonna let a man rate me, and who are you to tell me to rate me, and this, that, and the third. And simping got us here because a lot of women, like I'm gonna say with guys, we know where we stand with certain women even before we approach them. Now, this doesn't keep certain guys from approaching different women. You know what I'm saying? Um, what was I finna say? It doesn't keep guys from approaching different women, but it does make them realize that they're going to have to compete. You know what I'm saying? Um, compete compete against what was I finna say? Compete against other men. Whereas with guys, guys have been told for so long that they can't tell a woman this or they can't tell a woman that. That's gonna hurt their feelings. Oh, what up, Luby? She said she seen that. That's why we gotta find a woman to respectfully check him. I mean, you may not like the delivery, but what he's saying is true. You may not like the condescending tone. You may not like what he's saying. And I'm not necessarily a fan of his delivery, but everything he said needs to be said because if women want equality across the board, then men are going to have to be, uh, you know what I'm saying? Men are going to have to be honest when it comes to how they feel about women, where women, stand with certain things. Because what's happening now is that guys have simped and have hyped women up and have allowed women to disrespect them, have allowed women to go have kids with other men and then come tell another man that he needs to raise these said kids. And then on top of that, he can't discipline them. He don't have no say in the house. He controlling the sex, all of these different things. And he's being disrespected at every step of the way. Now, people can say, well, he should know this, that, and the third. But when a woman makes a mistake, like Angela Simmons, for example, right? Angela Simmons is the quintessential beautiful, smart, well off, privileged woman, but she ended up getting with a quote unquote Pookie and Ray Ray. We need to come up with a different term than Pookie and Ray Ray. But the whole situation kind of, you know what I'm saying? Now it's kind of being pushed and, swept under the rug. Like there is no repercussions or consequences for bad behavior. Whereas men, let me see here. She said she don't like them, and she said that women are not to blame. Men allow themselves to be treated. But see, here's the thing, though, Loopy. Like That's true, but it's almost to the point where some women, not all, are allowed to be treated. They get treated bad, and there's no repercussions, no consequences, and those lessons learned from that. It's like it's almost expected that men are going to cheat and women are going to have kids, whether or not they stay with the man that they had kids with. And then they're going to go and tell another man, you know what I'm saying, that they can't do thus and so. And men don't like the way the laws are arranged. It's too heavily in the women's favor and everything else like that. But simping, because we simp towards getting sex, we don't we don't come in a position of strength. We don't come in, like you said, setting goals, setting the standard, setting the boundaries. We just come in and we're so gun ho on getting to the sex that we don't see anything else beyond that or think about anything else beyond that because we simping. So the reason why people like Kevin Samuels, O'Shea, you know what I'm saying? Let me see. Angela, he attempted with Romeo. She attempted with Romeo and multiple other men. They're all playing games. She landed on the guy that appeared to be serious about her. Well, with Romeo, that whole situation, he tried to get with her. You know what I'm saying? Um, she Romeo wanted to be with her, and she turned him down. Now Romeo started playing games and denying her and stuff like that. If you go back and watch the show, after she went and had this baby, and she threw a temper tantrum, you know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying. I don't even say punishment is the wrong word. Like punishment is not punishment. It's you do something and you have to face the consequences for that action. And it's almost like women, or it's like, because it's some women out there that'll say, look, I'm not finna have sex before I get married because I want to make sure that I am honored and I am kept, and me and this person is in a monogamous, faithful, loyal relationship with God and ourselves. And then we're going to get together and we're gonna go at it with only me and you, and we're gonna raise our children and we're gonna stick to that. We're gonna weather the storm, we're gonna stay down, you know what I'm saying? Um Let me see here. No, before she had the baby on the show, he legit said he had interest in it. 2 days later, he didn't know what he wanted. That all happened before she was engaged. Okay, but even before the show, he had been going at her and getting at her and getting at her and getting at her over the years. You know what I'm saying? He had been getting at her over the years. He'd been curving him and 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 curving him. And then on the show, they showing him thinking, well, dang, do I really want to be with her after she didn't curve me so many different times? Because, and everybody liked the video, share the video. The thing with men and with women, if a woman has been curved most of the time more than once, but she gave him a shot before the kid. I mean, yeah, but here's the thing. She shouldn't have went back to him after she didn't had the baby. If she got curved by him and the media is just portraying the fact that he got curved by her, right? You can't come back and say that, we're gonna be friends, but I'm not finna be with you and raise your kid. Like, I got cold feet or whatever the case may be, but I've been basically stalking you and begging you. It's like same thing with Yo Gotti, right? Yo Gotti, you know what I'm saying? God bless his heart, was going at her, right? And when she curved him, he tried to get back at her last year when the father or whatever passed away, and she still curved Yo Gotti. So here's a guy who, I mean, yeah, he got a baby mama or whatever. He got a couple of kids. But here's a guy that got something going on. Even if she didn't want Romeo, even if Romeo got the shot or whatever, it was still all these other different people. And that, like, go back to my last episode on women simping too. Like, simping has got us to this point of gender wars in the black community. Because you got black men that are simping after women who don't want them, and you got black women that are simping after men that don't want them, and there's a continuous time loop of a relationship loop that goes on. No woman is obligated to give dudes a shot. You're right, but she can't come back and expect for him to be like, okay, he wanted to get some get back. He been getting shot down 15,000 times. She give him a shot. Now it seems like out of desperation because all the other dudes you didn't talk to shut you down. So now it's like, you know, and they never had a real conversation. And if they wasn't having real conversation, it was just him kind of running behind her. And then they just started talking because of that show. And they wasn't really talking. Because to me, I feel like they wasn't really talking outside the show. So, like I said, though, the whole reason that we get back to, Kevin Samuels and Shekinah is men can't tell women that they don't like certain things about them. They don't like men. Let me see. She could do what she wants. As sponsor really know he deserved that, and he did. So, but with Kevin Samuels, the whole Kevin Samuels thing, why can't men? And I want to ask the other ladies out there, why can't men curve women respectfully or disrespectfully? Because women do it all the time. Women call, I can't even tell you how many times I didn't been called your fat ass, your big head ass. Like I have been disrespected to the nth degree. But when a man starts disrespecting or disrespectfully or not disrespectfully, but just disrespectfully, because I had to say Kevin Samuels do kind of go off the deep end, but it's like is why can't if we talk about women equality, why can't a man do the same thing? Because that's what women want, right? Is equality. But because we've been simping so much, and with social media, simping went to a whole different level. We have been telling all women that they queens and this, that, and the third, because it works. Simping works. You know what I'm saying? Simping works sometimes. If you simp long and hard enough, eventually the woman is gonna cave in. Eventually. It's a matter of time. Now you might get one shot to prove to her that you relationship material. You might get one shot to sleep with her, but men simp because 9 times out of 10 is for sex. Sometimes it is for relationship purposes because he really loves this girl, but she won't give him a time of day. He know that he'll give it a world, this, that, and the third. And so men are the red pill rage or whatever movement or whatever title you want to put. Men is standing up and saying, I deserve better. You're not finna treat me like that. And it's been kind of weaponized and mobilized because for the past 10, 15, 20 years, women have been simped to, women have been lied to, and it's just going on and on and on and on, which leads me into my next topic, which is love versus lust. You know what I'm saying? A lot of dudes are governed by their lust, we're on demon time, where we are from middle school, high school on up. We realize that there's a competition to get with women. And women are starting to realize for certain guys that there's competition to get with them, right? There's a competition to get with certain um you know, there's a competition to get with certain guys. And when because women have been sent to and lied to, they don't want to accept that they could be X amount of pounds, they could look a certain way. And to the guy who has been having his way, there's not a lot of options. But I just want to deal with the fellas right now because I can't speak on being a woman. But that's kind of the whole Kevin Samuels Shekinah Joe thing, is that there are men out there. Kevin Samuels is being the spokesperson because this person, if he's a leader of a company, he can't say that a chick, or is a CEO of a company, he can't say that a chick is average at best because that'll destroy his whole company. But he'll be in there super chatting Kevin because they want to say what Kevin is saying. They may not say it in the same way. They may be a little bit more respectful. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like it's triggering people and touching the nerve. But I want to go back to, like I said, love versus lust. We jumping around a little bit. But God, the reason why there's so many guys that are throwing there's two different groups of guys. There are the high value guys that want to say what they really is saying but can't say it because of their position, because of this cancel culture and this, that, and the third. And then there's um the simps that are MGTOWing, saving yourself black men, red pill rage, that are waking up because they realize they made mistakes. It's like a cliff with um it's like Aphrodite on the cliff. Guys see Aphrodite and they want to throw themselves at us, and we throw ourselves over this cliff day in and day out because we on the hunt, we competing against other men, we trading war stories, we putting other men down, and we're trying to crush other men's egos so that we can go and be on demon time, demon mode. And you know what I'm saying? Certain men like myself, either you have a spiritual awakening or you have a physical awakening, or you have both, to realize that you cannot operate completely out of lust. Lust is a temporary thing, it's a finite thing that, either by accident or old age or something like that, you're going to have problems in that area. And it's about the woman's intangibles. Do y'all have similar goals? Do y'all push each other to do y'all push each other into other areas? Are y'all willing to have arguments and disagreements and still be able to hug and kiss and embrace and be there and enjoy your day and move forward? Or are y'all the type to argue? Or y'all, you know what I'm saying? You can't operate 1,000% out of lust, because if you do, it's gonna surely lead you to a path of destruction. I myself, I've had several near death experiences. I have had physical trauma, um, all different types of stuff because I was operating off of demon time. I was in the middle. I was in between demon time and God time. And I was walking on a very, very thin line. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta look yourself in the mirror. Like I always say, come look. We haven't came and look in the mirror, but you gotta look yourself in the mirror, and you gotta ask yourself. I can't show the mirror on here. This stream yard on this turning around, but you gotta stand in the mirror. You gotta look yourself in the eye and ask yourself. And if if you walking with God, you gotta you got to pray. And you got to ask God as well, what kind of man do I want to be? Do I want to be a whoremonger and I just want to conquer women sexually and, use them as like my sexual playthings and my release or whatever? Or do I want to be in a committed relationship? Because, you know what I'm saying? As a person who, you know, has been through it all, has been through the phases or whatever, it gets old. You know what I'm saying? It gets old because you're not like it gets old, man. It gets old. You stop trusting women, things happen. You know what I'm saying? You start longing for passing your lineage down. You start longing for um a legacy. You start longing for those things, and while the sex may be a passive aggressive drug, or um it may pacify whatever desires or whatever that you might be going through at the time. It's really not going to you know what I'm saying, it's really not going to sustain you in the long run. So you got to decide right now if you enjoy running these streets and turning these streets up. I mean, you know what I'm saying, you got to make sure that you're keeping your raincoat and your poncho on at all times, you know what I'm saying? Because it is dark out here. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, have stroke control out here. You gotta, survey the land. Watch for the thunderstorm warning. Um, you gotta do all of these different things if you're gonna be living the playboy lifestyle, because there are repercussions and consequences. And a lot of guys are saying, well, Killer Zone, I want to go my own way. So I just want to, I want to be on demon mode, demon time. I ain't really trying to be on God time. I'm not gonna try to be celibate. Okay, realize there is a choice. You got a choice in everything. But ask yourself, well, did you really want to be on demon time when you was younger, or was this introduced to you? You know what I'm saying? Every man is gonna be attracted to a woman, gonna feel some type of way, but you got to be able to decipher love versus lust, and think about it. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully you find somebody, like I found somebody that, you know, um, that shares your dreams, your goals, your aspirations, these things, because those things are very, very important. You know what I'm saying? Those things it's basically like an interview for the woman to be your girlfriend, the woman to be your potential wife. You got to really get to know who you're laying down with. And I think we've been so used to just getting the layup and not getting the knowledge about what's going on. So jumping into this other topic, which ties into this, right? Carmelo, right? Not gonna just go in on the lady, but Carmelo. I feel like Carmelo and Lala, dude made a huge mistake. He been messing around on this lady like Lala. I'm talking about Lala was one of them ladies when I was on Diva time that I fantasized and wanted more than I mean. And when while guys were on like the video vixens and stuff like that, I like Lala because she was sexy, but she wasn't you know starting it up. It was something about her. It was something about Roxy. It was something about Free. It was something about Amanda Diva till we found out who she really was. Um, it was something about that, and I think that's what Carmelo saw. But what Carmelo, he was still on demon time. He was still on demon mode. He wasn't on God time. He wasn't on settle down. He was still in the prime of his career. Um, and I think that him messing with all these side chicks and having all these side babies and doing all this little sneaky deaky stuff, like really cost him in the long run. Because when you're dealing with multiple women, you know what I'm saying, you stressed in. You got that's time and energy that you're using, especially if getting your you know what I'm saying, um, you know. Um, especially if especially man, if you out here, getting it done, and I'm kind of disappointed in bro. Like I'm just very, very disappointed in bro. I wish Lala the best. Her and her children, they're getting older, so pray for the children as well. Um, And this just in, this is breaking news. Meg Thee Stallion just tweeted out, "Justice is slow, as we've all seen. Back to my go good day." You know, she wanted to use what was I finna say? She wanted to go in on Tory Lanez and the baby. Um, I wish they would hurry up and get that, because I do believe that, you know, Tory might have been simping behind that. Every guy in his position that has the opportunity to get at the baddest chick, quote unquote, in the game at the time is gonna do it. But you gotta see what come with it, fellas. You know what I'm saying? Just like we say to the ladies that think that men got a history, women got a history too. So yeah. So to my last topic before I get off here, man, Boosie criticizes you know, brothers for getting with ugly white women or ugly women in general, and guys need to step their game up. You know what I'm saying? Um, Now that's who Kevin Samuels needs to go after. Oh snap! Boom, 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 boom. Shots fired! Shots fired! Boom, 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 boom. All right, let me leave that alone. But yeah, back to Boosie and him clowning black men. It goes back to love and lust. A lot of guys I see on my timeline, successful, handsome, um, well-to-do brothers that are getting with, you know, quote unquote white or big or BBW or less quote unquote attractive women. Men that don't have a whole, I ain't gonna say that they broke, but they not on the level of a Boosie where you could literally have chicks lined up at your house, booty butt naked, ready to give it all, risk it all, not knowing what you might have, or not knowing if your girlfriend or baby mamas or whatever, they just throwing yourself. Like, not every guy is gonna have a plethora of women, to a smorgasbord, if you will, like that. And again, it's a vanity thing, because I learned that a lot of pretty women, quote unquote, got low self-esteem, don't really have that many goals and ambitions, don't have nothing going on. And it's literally just a badge of honor. Not all, and it's a successful, beautiful women out here. Let me just say that. But a lot of normal guys that aren't rap superstars, that aren't at high level positions, that you can look up in a paper, that are making a decent livable wage, 40 to, I want to say 75,000, a year. You know what I'm saying? You start realizing that the women, it's two things. Either you can't pull them women, those whatever women, or you're not interested in them women because those women are not interested in the things you interested, Boosie. Black women in general aren't interested in comics. They're not interested in gaming. You know what I'm saying? They're not and it's growing, but it's more than it used to be, because those things have been deemed cool. But if I'm a man that's, I don't know, 25 to 35, I want to find a woman around that age range, in between there somewhere, preferably on the low end. And I just happen to run across Betty Sue, or Malika, or um, or Jan, or Trina, or whatever her age, whatever her not her age, but whatever her race, or creed, or nationality, and she might be, skinny as a stick. She might not be as pretty in the face. She's probably not gonna be Meg Thee Stallion or whatever. But the intangible things, our mission is the same. We like the same things. We have the same belief system. We have certain things in common that all I have in common with this bad chick, with one of these boosie baddies, is that I would probably like to have sex and would enjoy having sex with this woman. That's literally all I'm going to be able to do with her. I'm not going to be able to build a family with her. I'm not going to be able to do X, Y, and Z with her. I'm not going to be able to do anything but have a good time and then bank head bounce on out of there. I'm not, I'm not, what I'm saying? I'm gonna bank head bounce on out of there. And and I'm gonna say this too. A lot of guys need to stop, and I'm guilty of this. You can't make a good time into a long time. I would say 75% of the women that I dated should have been or been in a relationship with or went out with should have been regulated to just a good time, not a long time, not forever. We need to learn how to date and we need to learn how to I think that it's a thing with women, and it is also if you are, Christian or Muslim or whatever. Sex is is taboo still, and with women, some women feel like they need to wait. Some women feel like let's get it out the way because if it ain't good, then some women can go without it. Some women don't really enjoy sex like that. Some women having had the magical key to unlock them. Some women would rather they know they like sex, so they gonna make you, they gonna want to make you wait because they don't want the relationship. Because with men, and I was just telling a homegirl of mine of this, that once you cross that line, everything kind of changes. So you gotta it's hard to put that genie back into the bottle. So we gotta start figuring out a middle ground. Like, okay, is this we need to talk about it. And I feel like men simp and lie to women because they want to have those sexual encounters without having the commitment. And I think men need to say this so that you don't waste the woman's time and you don't waste the women don't waste your time. Now, with that being said, you also have to come in from a position of strength. That doesn't mean micromanage the woman. That doesn't mean be scared to let her go off and do her thing. Trust is very important. If you don't trust the woman that you with to move around certain people or be in certain situations and stuff like that, you know, and be able to say no to a man's advances, then that's not your gal. Period. And the same thing, if you can't move and keep it in your pants, then you don't need to be with no girl. And even not even just unsheathing your sword. You gotta be able to stop even having the emotional thing, because you can have an emotional relationship way before emotional cheating infraction, way before you have a physical cheating infraction. See Derek Jackson. See other bro. I can't think of nobody else off the top of my head, but it's just what I'm saying. Like you gonna get caught up either way. Shout out even Willie Mo Jr. He even said that he had an emotional relationship. He didn't have a physical relationship, but he had an emotional relationship with a woman, and he came to come clean to his wife. So to avoid that, you have to be able to move in a way that you're not tempted to open up that side. And if you're on demon time and you've been on it for so long, or you've been trapped in the middle, you like I said last night on the stream, if you like Spider-Man when he had to either keep the Venom suit or get rid of the Venom suit, you gotta make the decision. You feel me? You gonna either let it go and let somebody else wear it, or you gonna keep hold of it and you gonna keep being on demon mode and demon time. So to Boosie, yeah, I feel like brothers do need to have some type of a lot of brothers do accept the first woman that comes along because they so thirsty and they've been on demon time, they've been on the hub too long, They've been doing, you know what I'm saying? They've been doing all this stuff they ain't really supposed to be doing or needed to be doing. And basically, they are a slave to their satisfaction, you know. So they just gonna settle for whatever, and they gonna still be on the hub, still be fantasizing, still be, you know, pleasuring themselves, still be waiting on or hoping for the next. You know what I'm saying? But if we be real about it, we won't have these things to happen, man. So anyway, before I close this out, shout out to everybody that is on uh Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and if anybody got some questions or would like to be on the show, let me know, because I will invite you if anybody want to come on real fast. If not, I'm gonna give everybody a couple seconds. I'm gonna play this I'm gonna play a commercial. Check out my dog CMW Hayes' new video. Just do it. Here we go. Peace.
While others quit, stayed on our shit. The time is now. Notice on the door, landlord trying to kick me out. Back against the wall, I still keep a smile. Do it, do it, do it. Just do it, whatever it is. Do it, do it, do it. Just do it, whatever it is. Do it, do it, do it. Just do it, whatever it is. Do it.
Yeah, so anybody want to get on, let me know. You know what I'm saying? Going once, going twice. It's Tales of a Simp, Beast and Best Podcast Network, and we out. Peace.